Hey everyone, it's Rev Trev and I love fantasy football. I've been playing for over 30 years and today's topic we're diving into is regarding progression or regression. And everyone's kind of nervous right now about certain players. People are getting overhyped or undervalued. And so to win a championship, you need to figure out some of those players that are in those lower values that are going to progress and outperform their ADP, their projections. And so when you can land some of those guys, for example, last year, Deebo Samuel won a lot of people leagues. People like that who was drafted later on and figured out. So, and then there's people at the top who are supposed to do something incredible and don't end up doing it. So, like, for example, let's talk about some regression candidates, okay? So, Kupp, who had one of the most monster years in fantasy history. He had 1,947 yards receiving, 16 touchdowns, okay? He had 145 receptions. Like, the guy was a freak of nature. I don't think that Joe Montana throwing to Jerry Rice ever did that. This is how incredible. So we're predicting some regression with Kupp. I still think his floor is actually quite high, and so that's why I still have him as the number one wide receiver. But there will be some natural regression. It's very difficult to predict touchdowns, and that is all situational. Depends on the defense, depends on who's injured, who's not, all these kind of things. So let's talk about Damien Harris, right? Damien Harris had 15 touchdowns. The chances of him scoring 15 touchdowns again is quite low. So there's people have faded him in drafts and are worried about him. And now Stevenson's getting a lot of hype, and they're very similar players in a lot of ways. So his stock is going lower, and people are going to say there's going to be progression with Stevenson. So regression and progression on the same team, and so difficult to know, right? Also, like Aaron Rodgers won back-to-back MVPs, and now you can get him in round 10, 11, 12. Are you kidding me right now? Well, it's because we lost Devontae Adams. Their starting receiving core right now is projected to be Lazard, Watkins, and Randall Cobb. Are you for real? Because Watson's been hurt. We don't really know. Is Dobbs going to make that starting roster? I'm not sure. Rodgers is complaining about people dropping balls. But let me tell you something about Aaron Rodgers. They didn't pay him $50 million a year to hand the ball off just to Dylan and Aaron Jones, okay? So he's going to pass the ball, but where maybe he's going too late in drafts, maybe he's a good steal. Okay, let's dive into a very popular team, the Bengals, for example. Jamar Chase, okay? He was phenomenal in his rookie season. Started slow, turned it on. If you had him in your leagues, you were contending, if not winning championships. The thing is, he's walking into his second year. Is he going to have a sophomore slump? Or is he going to progress like someone like Jefferson, for example, who was even better in his second year? Most people think that he'll be better in his second year than his first. And so they're projecting that there will be some progression. Now, they're also saying the same thing about T. Higgins. And you also have to remember there's still Tyler Boyd there. And what's happening is, are they going to be able to facilitate all these points again? Are they going to be able to put all those pieces together? Joe Mixon had a monster year. And so, you know, if this is the case, everyone's predicting such progression. Why isn't Joe Burrow the number 2, 3, 4 quarterback coming off the board? Is he a late round guy that we should be pushing higher? Like, this guy is absolutely fantastic. Now, people would argue, well, he doesn't get the rushing yards. Well, neither does Tom Brady. And he throws all these crazy. Now, Tom Brady throws a touchdown. So, but that's what I'm saying. If Chase and Lee Higgins and Mixon are still going to have that good year this year, there's no way that Joe Burrow is going to just stay lower end. And so this is where it's important to think about these kinds of things. Now, just before we dive into more here, I just want to encourage you to hit that likes button, that subscribe, support the channel. I'm pumping out these videos, hoping that you really enjoy my content. Okay, so let's dive into someone like Jefferson, for example. Love Jefferson. Think he's fantastic. Was great in his rookie year, even better in his second year, and now with this new system, they're projecting he's going to be even better. Some people are projecting him over Cooper Kupp. I would not do that. Cooper Kupp, or Jefferson wishes he had a Cooper Kupp season. So I'm being conservative in my projections for Jefferson. I would be very happy if he just does what he did last year. 1,616 yards with 10 receiving touchdowns. I think that's doable for him. I think that's probably where he's going to land. But maybe he does better, and if he does, that's great because I have him in the Showkeeper League. Hey everyone, so I'm gonna stop the video just right there because we're gonna make this into a mini series on different players, and so you don't want to miss the next video that's coming up. It's coming up real quick, so make sure that notification bell is on. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you like the video, and make sure you share this with your friends. So I appreciate the help. I hope that you are able to compete and contend so that you can win that championship. Have a fantastic day.